she came over to my house actually for advice. So Hayley's always told me a lot, and then when she came over and she's like, I met a guy at Love and he's really funny, he makes me laugh, he makes me smile all the time. And just the way she was talking about him was just kind of knew he was the one, because if he could make her laugh and smile, that's the thing that she wants most in life. So I was like, all right, you like him, why don't you ask him out on a date? Why don't you actually go and see how it goes? And then she did, and now we're here. I think is to be honest with one another.
My first impression of Luke is that he was a bit of a smart ass, to be honest, but I feel like me and him clicked really well because we banter a lot, and we still kind of do. He's the brother that I never wanted, and I think that, unfortunately now I'm stuck with him, but I mean, it was like a good first impression, but also I was like, don't know how you are for my sister.
I'd met Hayley through LARP and she seemed really cool, but we really became friends one night at a LARP charity gala. We both went where we could get dressed up and get really fancy. Not quite as fancy as this, but we still got really dressed up. And yeah, we started drinking together and having a lot of fun. And she even said to me, hey, look, there's this cute guy over in this corner that I kind of like, but I don't know. And so I decided to embarrass the guy by walking up to him and being like, you should ask her to dance. Like, you need to ask Hayley to dance. And he's like, no, I don't wanna. And that was actually Luke. It took a fair while.
It worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, eventually he did ask her to dance, and now he's asked her to dance together for the rest of their lives. And it's...
Mine's just that, I was LARPing and joining the Pirates, and then there's this girl that just kept kind of being really excited to see me. And, I was really excited to see her too. Every time that she'd come and I'd come hey, it's you! And then we both joined Pirates, and then, we just it became evident that we were friends, and that was it's just that one of those wholesome, they grow on you and then they're immediately your friend, solid friends.
Yeah, it's been really great too since Hayley, Mel and I became friends together, because I've known Mel for a really long time and I'm not in the Pirates, but we'd have days where we actually taught Hayley how to sew between the two of us.
Crafting days.
Yeah, we'd have crafting days. I can't see the front at the moment, on the back.
Make sure the back sits well. Can you flop your hair a little bit like that?
Yeah, you're fine.
Thanks, V. Do the hair thing. Thank you. So that.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a mother who
up there with purple, red, and blue. They're the most rich colours of the age. So.
Me and Hayley became friends when she asked me for tutorage in sword fighting. And I treated her no different than anyone else I taught, and essentially beat her with a sword for an hour and a half. It was from there it developed into friendship, and then after a couple of years we entered a mentoring, kind of mentor-student friendship relationship, and yeah, we got really close from then on.
Hayley and I became friends because our mums are best friends. We've known each other our whole life. I don't know life without Hayley, and she is in every way possible just an extension of my family. I call her mum, I call her my sister. She is family to me, and yeah, that we know each other because we grew up together.
Well, our parents actually, so my mum and her mum went to Mother's Group together. So essentially we were friends since being in the womb. And then ever since then, we've just pretty much been friends forever, like just been in each other's lives. Kinder, primary school, we didn't go to the same high schools, but we've still been in great contact and we've got the same friendship group. So yeah, that's how we've become friends, because of our mums, because they've been friends for life.
The highlight
Yeah.
of my day is waking up with you, whether it be side by side in Queensland on an amazing holiday. I've loved every minute shared with you, from laughing in bed, laying in bed watching movies, to weird cult stuff at Question Union.
I have so many memories of the couple, but one I'm thinking of is always the little moments when I go over their house and I see that Luke is always there by her side. He is always attentive and loving. He will come up and give her a kiss just as he's walking past. And every time I see them, it's always that he is always enraptured by her every time he sees her. And I'm so happy that my friend has found someone to love her like that.
We did it.
He came to a Christmas party for our whole group, and the entire time we just saw him looking at Hayley like she was sunshine. And that's, the only thing that we want for her is someone who treats her like the queen that she is.
So I hope you find someone who never makes you question your own self-worth. I hope you find someone who chooses your happiness as much as theirs. I hope you find someone who supports you in the things you are passionate about. I hope you find someone whom you can laugh with and sit in silence with and share your deepest thoughts with. I hope you find someone who is your lover, your partner, and your friend. I hope you find someone who treats you as their equal, who learns and grows with you and beside you. I hope you find someone who appreciates all the tiny details that make up who you are. And I hope you find someone who respects your heart, your family, and your value. I hope you find someone who reminds you that you deserve the love that you give. I hope and truly believe that you found this with me.
I guess I was kind of there when they first, not so much first interacted, but when they first officially met. And I remember he basically he turned around and he started talking to Hayley and I. And I ended up talking to him a lot because he was also into pole dancing. And I was like, oh, this guy's actually kind of cool because he's into pole dancing, but he's also into LARPing. So I had very, very mixed feelings. But I think that's a good memory because I feel like I was there for their first kindling and their first little meet. And then other memories is just how he treats her, and it's very, very, very sweet how he treats her. They lived with us for quite a long time, so I just loved every time they kind of interacted and how respectful he is of her, which is nice.
White is for the peace you'll find in each other's company.
Actually, at dance rehearsals for the all of the bridal party are going to be doing a dance with the groomsmen and stuff. And so we had to have several practices, and one of them was at Hayley's house. And she was not feeling well that day. She was really pale and she's just out of sorts, and it was really stressful for her because it just didn't seem to be coming together, and she just needed to take some time out to herself and work on herself. And the way that Luke looked after her that day, and because they'd been together for a long time by now, it's been years, and knowing that he's been there for her like that since the beginning, that he's still that gentle, that caring, that accommodating, it just opened up my heart to him. That's the guy. That's the right guy for the job.
Oh, he's always sweet towards Hayley. That's a bit of a... Oh no, he's just so respectful, and the way he treats her and the way he talks to her is just, it's such an equal playing field. And it's just one that, he understands the ups and the downs of her, and it's just every time she's in a depressive state, he's so happy to help, and he'll just do anything in the world to help her, and I think it's the most beautiful relationship in the world.
So what drew Luke to Hayley? Well, she is a beautiful ball of sunshine. as Hayley is repetitively told. Mel and I often talk about her behind her back. And it's
always good.
Always
the best.
Always amazing things, because we love her so much. And she just brightens up every room. Wherever she is, it's a better place because she's there. And that really great energy she has, and her excitement for life and the world, and she cares so much more than any person I know about her friends, her family, about the world, about everything. Her heart is just so big. And Luke's just got this. Most of the people that knew him before Hayley, his family included, all thought that he was a rascal, but he's a really sweet guy, and he just needed to find someone that he could embrace that loving part of himself, and they're so sweet together.
Yeah.
And they're both super energetic and crazy in love with love and crazy in love with each other, and it's
just crazy in general.
Just crazy in general, yeah.
Please do not let go.
Don't worry. Try and use your corpse to box many arrows as you can. I always get within stabbing range.
I think what makes people attracted to Hayley as a person is her unending compassion, empathy, and positivity. And that, I think, for Luke is nothing but a blessing, because I've seen Hayley grow in the last 5 years, and those are probably the 3 qualities that haven't changed, even after all the changes she's made.
The list is truly endless, but she has a warmth and vibrance that just draw people to her, and she will make the best of every situation and go in with enthusiasm, and you can't fault her enthusiasm at all. And she draws you along and she draws you in, and it's like a warm, comforting hug. And that optimism and that warmth I think, is what draws a lot of people to Hayley. But I think, that's what would have drawn Luke to Hayley, indeed.
I think Luke was drew to Hayley through her bright personality. She's like a shining star, and I think it's very hard to avoid liking that.
Black for the shared vision of your future. I think what drew Luke to Hayley was the fact that he just liked her spirit, her soul, her spirit, the way she is very optimistic, her happiness, giddiness, sense of adventure. So he probably found something that he saw in himself that he saw in Hayley.
So Luke and I lived together at the time, and he brought this girl round to get ready before this ball event, and that we had this LARP ball, and they were getting ready together, and he assured us all that they were just friends and there was nothing more. And obviously we teased the mickey out of him for it, because we obviously really liked her and we really liked them together, even if they were just friends. And eventually the teasing continued, and he kept insisting they were just friends. And then eventually he came out one day and was like, so guess what? Yeah, we're together now.
I was like, oh, hi. Oh, good.
Slow down. Slow down. Don't breathe. I did say close your eyes and don't breathe. All right, you did now.
Sounds good.
That's very good.
Cough it through.
She was an elf, and I was a witch hunter with Luke. So my first impression of her was friendly, small, quiet, and she seemed kind with the way she interacted with a lot of people. She had when I met her properly at Exodus, she was already friends with Luke. They had already sort of, not like dating or anything, but they had just become friends as well. So she seemed to be someone that carried a bit of weight in her, like the presence she had when she was at Exodus was everyone sort of knew who she was, and she had a bit of respect about her.
This video, man.
Perfect. We both moved into Dungog about the same time, and so we both started school at Dungog Primary School at the same time, and so we were both like, he came from Dubbo, I came from Sydney, and we're like, we don't know anyone here. Oh well, we're both new here, we're in it together, let's go.
Pull, peasants, pull! What do you mean it doesn't fit? Make it fit! I haven't put on weight, you've gotten smaller.
Lukey he had moved from, I'm pretty sure, Dungog to Broken Hill, and I played a board game, a tabletop game called Warhammer, and then he turned up one day and played an army that was similar, and I think we just sort of like had a similar vibe, similar wavelength, and just very quickly clicked into quite good friends, and it just escalated from there into D&D campaigns and then building random shit on the beers. And then when we started LARPing, that was it.
Okay, have you guys grabbed the weapons you need from next door?
Yeah, I've got what I need. Sam, you got what you need?
You just want to make sure you grab what you need so that Luke's dad can take a sword. Well, so I actually met Luke at the same event Hayley did, the same LARP event. It was here where they're getting married, and we had a quest here, and he and I were in the same warband, but he was living not in Melbourne at the time, so I hadn't met him yet. And he got drunk, and we'd all had a little bit of drinks, and we just became best friends. And we woke up the next day and we were stuck. And then when he moved to Melbourne, he moved in with us, and we lived together for many years. And yeah, it was a lovely start to a friendship.
When Hayley came up to Dungog to meet, I think it was up for Christmas, Luke's like, oh, come over. I'm like, all right, sweet. And normally when Luke's involved, there's board games. And so we got all these board games out. I was like, oh, we want to try this? Okay. Because I'd not met Hayley at this stage at all. I just like, oh, hello, who are you? And she's like, oh, I'm Hayley. I'm like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. Cool. And then as we're kind of, she started to introduce me into the board game, something where we end up throwing burritos at each other, go-go burrito or something like that. I kind of realized, okay, you're definitely insane enough to be part of this group. That's good. That's all I care about. So yeah, she's definitely a good match.
When we were playing a board game, which was, I think Twilight Empires, or it was something like Risk, where, we're all trying to kill each other, and he had that same maniacal homicidal rage, and she was trying to heal the planet, and it was just hilarious watching them bounce off each other.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much that could draw Hayley to Luke. He's such an incredibly, what you see is what you get kind of person. And that is something that's so hard to find. And he's so caring and kind and would go above and beyond to bury a dead body for you.
Definitely the craziness. He's, Luke can be a bit out there at times, and I think that's what it is.
Opposites attract. So she's an elf at heart, and he is just a maniac. I think it's the energy.
Yeah. Ready? Good. You want to go there? Hang on.
The guys need to.
No, you don't. No. No takesy backsies. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to reverse out.
We're gonna get some good. Okay, see 2 minutes for the music.
much what he is now. A real pain in the backside.
I absolutely have seen a change in him since Hayley. He looks so much healthier, he's happier, he's contented, he's an absolutely new man.
I can remember when I first met Hayley and she was busy trying to learn all her information for her scuba diving course and see family and meet everyone, but she seemed to always have a plan of what needed to be done and when.
Christmas time just passed. They came down to visit us for Christmas. We all went to the beach together. It was windy, it was cold, very much like Melbourne weather. Luke, as usual, dug a great big hole, as he always does, trying to catch water. And Hayley jumped in with him. And together they worked this hole, and it just showed a marvellous partnership full of fun and laughter.
When I first met Hayley, we met on the driveway at home, and she jumped out and said, "Oh boy, this is hot," and it really wasn't that hot.
Good? Yeah. Don't cut the dragon.
Don't cut the dragon.
No. Go the side of the dragon.
Can we go here?
Yeah. Honey, we're going to use that to cut the rest of the cake so we don't have a knife.
It's fine, we got a knife. It's good cake. I love you, Hayley.
Tell him about Luke.
Luke, he lived in Bourke for a while and then he left there when he was about 7 or 8 years old. We had a fair bit to do, being the grandparents there, and he had a fair bit to do with my father. He was the 4th generation, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The Robinsons. That's about it.
He's our eldest grandchild.
Our eldest, yeah.
Had a lot to do when he was small, but once they moved away, you don't see much of them. But he's our oldest grandchild, and I suppose most loved, longest loved.
Like his father. He's the eldest.
Luke's an individual, always has been. He has a wicked sense of humour, and he's just into anything that's fun and adventurous.
It's a very caring heart though as well. He hides it pretty well though.
All right. Lovely brother when we were younger. Growing up, got a little bit more distant, but still talkable, I guess.
A doll. Very much a doll. She did like having her hair long, and she got angry once with me because I cut some of the tips off. And she wanted to sing. She wanted to sing on the stage. And I think she must have been about 9 or 10, and she was pretending to be Shirley Temple. And she was on stage, and that was in the Werribee Plaza. Oh, she was gorgeous. She was absolutely gorgeous. Very petite little girl she was, but happy.
Cute and quiet, always watching TV. You could never get her attention from the television. We actually used to think she was deaf. Always fantasising, like off in her own little world, and always using her imagination and very innocent.
Oh yes, a big change in my granddaughter. She looks much happier. She is more relaxed. And I think she finds the man of her heart. And that, I think, is a lot to say. She is very lucky, and he is very lucky. But I think they will do very well in the future.
She doesn't rely on me for as much anymore. She seems a lot happier, a little bit more content.
This treat was no ordinary treat. It bore the most delicious chocolates you have ever had in your entire life. Who wants a chocolate?
So they enjoy each other's company, like when they're in the spa together or even a picnic out in the backyard. They just enjoy being with each other.
Oh, she's a wonderful girl and I've loved her since she was a little baby.
Has anybody seen, a princess? There's lots of princesses, but I'm looking for a specific one. Has anyone seen that princess? She's over there. Right over there. She's not wearing a crown, but she's pretty. She is pretty. But I really want to marry the other one, though. She's already married.
She said she was going to move in with them. I thought, okay, that sounds serious after a short time. And then she asked him to marry him. And I thought, that's serious, that's good. Thank you very much. Lovely.
If you could describe Hayley and Luke's relationship in one word.
Uniqueness.
Loving.
Great.
But first, one must get married. And then not kill each other.
For Luke, leave your muddy shoes at the front door. Because the last time you tracked mud through the house, we made you mop it up with a tea towel.
And for Hayley, make sure there's at least one mug.
Yeah.
I guess keep life spontaneous, keep life fun.
Keep his pistols loaded,
Definitely
ready to go.
Definitely keep his pistols loaded. Luke, look after her, love her, care for her.
Just all the pampering.
Just be yourself, man. I've never seen you both so happy.
Just love each other.
Keep it fun.
Yeah.
Be friends first.
having a wonderful life together, a lot of adventures around Australia and around the world, and I hope you guys get to discover a lot of new places together. Well, make sure she has a lot of sweets and teddy bears and nice things around her, and she's a really special person, so take good care of her.
I see happiness and many adventures to wonderful new places and just happiness, full of fun. Luke, make sure you keep some sweets, some chocolates always stashed away for when Hayley needs it and wants it.
Just keep being yourself. You're a very headstrong individual. Love yourself, just be true and you'll do all right.
How did I make Luke happy? Oh, met him in the Elder and just mucked around with him. Met him through my older brother Package, who he met years ago, and live with him and just fuck around with him, make him laugh. But like, I don't know. I just joke with him and I don't know, he's a good mate. I love hanging out with him and I'm so happy for him and Hayley. Yeah.
They seem to have so many amazing adventures together. Like I see so many photos of them on holidays and stuff. They seem absolutely perfect for each other. And I can only imagine what life's going to be like for them in the future. It's going to be great.
To make Luke happy, I like being a heretic.
I'd say burning a witch.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I get burnt.
Yeah. I can see them traveling a lot and just having a really wonderful time together and going on so many adventures.
Yeah. Basically, life is a LARP for them.
Yeah.
Living out all their fantasies.
Well, first of all, you organise a party. And better still, a tea party with lots of sandwiches and tea and maybe some drinks. And we have it under the trees. And we all come and we sit together and we all talk about how mean the cultists are and why the witch hunters are so good for us. I mean, no, that's the other way around, isn't it? How mean the witch hunters are and how good the cultists are for us.
Probably another Cryol Castle quest where Hayley's the one being tortured again.
I love you both so much and have been friends with both of you individually, and I'm so grateful that I get to be friends with you guys together as a couple for the rest of our lives.
Luke, you've done well. I look forward to getting to know you a little bit better. Hayley, keep being your perfect self. Thank you so much for having us in your lives.
We love you.
We love you both.
To Luke and Hayley, all the best wishes. I wish you a very happy and long marriage, and I kind of hope Hayley doesn't kill you, bud.
Enjoy every moment, and each moment will be its own moment. And you make a choice to work together, and you've made the choice so far, and you've done so well, and truly lovely. And it's just warming to see you guys care for one another, and it's so lovely to have an extension of the family. So all the best, good luck, and happy wedding day.
I love you guys and I wish you the best in life because you deserve it. Good luck. That's it.
Best of wishes to both of you guys. You have your whole life ahead of you, and I hope it is filled with wonder and joy. Best wishes, guys.
Congratulations, guys. I hope you have a lovely day. We love you, and I'm so glad that you guys have found each other to ground each other and spend the rest of your lives together with.
I think you're going to be very happy together. I think opposites attract, and I think probably having a foundation of a good friendship is what's going to make this last.
Here's to you guys. It's going to work out. I'm not going to say I hope it works out, because it will work out with you two. It will. Have fun. And Hayley, don't you undo any of my bad influence on him.
Congratulations, Hayley and Luke. I can't believe, Hayley, you managed to get him to agree to marry you. But I wish you the world of happiness. You both really deserve it.
Any advice?
Be happy.
Just look after each other.
Don't worry.
We've been married over 50 years, and so his other set of grandparents. Just, poppy ass, eh?
Always be open and honest with each other, listen to each other, and continue to love and enjoy each other's company.